guys, Chris with Token Vaping. Juice review today. We are going to be doing MissDemeanor Elixirs. Really cool picture. I'm a fan of this. I have to kind of geek out for a second just because when I first received this, I don't know if I've ever really mentioned it before or not, but I'm a really big comic geek. There is a Catwoman comic book that emulates this type of picture. It's kind of like a mugshot type look. Really cool picture. It was really well done. This emulates that really well, and like I said, as a comic dork, that was the first thing that popped into my head. MissDemeanor Elixirs, you can check them out at missdemeanorelixir@gmail.com, and I believe if you go to for their main site, it pops up with the Vapor Lounge. Very solid line, very solid line. There is 5 of them. Now the funny thing is I thought of a comic book cover when I saw the picture. After you check out the flavor menu, I mean, if you can see the names: Cha-Cha, Rizzo, Frenchy, Sandra D, and Paty. Really, it's actually really cool. Pink ladies from Greece. I don't know if that was the main intent, but if it was, you know what, that's really cool. It's a nice little throwback. These juices, their labels basically are set up with their logo, and each one, there's a couple of them, you can actually see they changed the color of the hair just to kind of give it something a little different, but the main label itself stays the same. You have your warning labels, you have your Nick MGs, and then you have the ingredients. Childproof safety cap, eyedropper, and it is, I mean, they are pretty solid. You know, they're not loose, they don't twist, they don't like crack or anything like that, so they are pretty solid on those. Glass bottles. Depending on where you order these from and which site you order them from, you can get them anywhere in a 15, a 30, or a 120. Most of the sites that I've seen that offer them, and the 15s are looking up right around $12.99 to $14, I think was the highest I saw. So it just mainly depends on who you order from or where you order it through. But definitely check out their Instagram page, give them a follow and everything else. This was definitely a very solid line. I didn't really have a set VG ratio listing, but as compared to a lot of the other ones, I would probably put it at about at least an 80-20. Definitely vapes like one. Cloud output is really impressive. Flavor-wise, flavors are pretty much spot on. The only one that I was kind of on the fence about, which was really odd, because I figured it was going to be one of their stronger ones, is the Sandra D. That one is supposed to be an amazing blend of fresh kiwis and peaches, drizzled in vanilla custard. Now, that's this one right here, just so you all can see, Sandra D. Now, smell-wise, it's dead on. You get the peaches right off the bat. You get a kind of a slight hint of the kiwi, and then a follow-through of the custard. The vape on it, while it's a really good vape, flavor is strong. It didn't get a whole lot of the combo of the kiwi with the peaches. It was kind of like they both got mashed together, but neither one really stood out. Not a bad vape at all, please, you know, don't take it that way. It just wasn't as specific on the taste as the rest of them were. The rest of them, even the Rizzo, which is a raspberry inhale with a strawberry banana exhale, I'm not a raspberry fan. I have had them, so I know what they do taste like. That was a dead-on, you know, raspberry kick in your mouth, and then it smooths out into the strawberry banana exhale. So I mean, that was really good. Cha-Cha is a delectable blueberry graham cracker combo, drizzled in a smooth custard. Again, most of these are all kind of a custardy, creamy dessert style. The Cha-Cha was very good. The blueberry was not overabundant. It was enough, basically kind of like a blueberry pie, but not some people use like a ripe blueberries, or ripe, you know, fresh right when they're about to switch over to, you know, the ripeness of it. And then some people like using them right as they turn, or as they start to become ripe. So there definitely is a flavor enhancement difference between the two. This I would kind of put right in between. It's not, it doesn't have that tartness to it, so that it's not like a fresh, like a baby blueberry, but it's not too much to where it was basically kind of overripe. It was definitely a nice choice that they went with that. The graham cracker combo. If you've ever had any type of a cheesecake type flavor, it has that style to it. It's not a full graham cracker taste in your mouth, but it is a very nice follow-up to the blueberry, so that you definitely do get more of a total pie taste to it, and not a specific blueberry flavor graham cracker and then something else. It was definitely a nice mix through there. Paty is a smooth strawberry custard. You know, nothing up front, to be honest, nothing extravagant about it. Again, a good vape. Definitely had the strawberry taste in it with a custardy follow, but it wasn't. It was pretty standard. I mean, and it's, unfortunately, you're gonna have that every so often, especially when you have multiple flavors through a line and all that. Again, you know, these guys are trying, just like everybody else. You know, everybody's trying to put out their own unique take on a flavor, their twist on a flavor, something to make it theirs, something to make it worthwhile. Not a single flavor in this lineup is a bad one. No matter which one you try, it's definitely going to be a worthwhile taste, sample, investment, vape. They definitely are worth the money if you're looking for, you know, anything that has a dessert, a custard, a creamy taste follow. It just, a lot of it just really comes down to your own personal palate. As everybody knows, you know, I prefer a custard cream dessert type flavor as my first choice, with the exception, like I said, of the Sandra D, just because it didn't have any specific enhancement to it. To me, any one of these would have worked. However, my favorite out of this line, and I know I have it here, is the Frenchy. This one is a sweet nectarine cream that will basically make you want to keep doing this, which it does. It is a nectarine, but it's not too creamy. It's more kind of in a parfait style, which I thought was kind of cool. It wasn't to where it was too much on the cream, to where it was like a nectarine milk, but the nectarine isn't too sweet either. Actually, I need to bring this up so you guys can actually see the full cloud kick off of this. So again, I apologize. I know you're not going to be able to see it, but it is on a 65. So yeah, it's definitely got the VG there for people. It's the main reason why I like this particular flavor. It's a smooth vape regardless, but it's when you, I don't know how other people vape, but when I vape, I do my inhale, my taste, my exhale, and then there's always that little bit of a swallow right afterwards. That little bit of a swallow at the end, that's where the flavor kick to this juice really comes into play. That's all that is from this flavor. It's just a straight little nectarine kick. Totally caught me off guard when I first felt it, and at first I thought maybe I swallowed some of the juice. Yeah, no, it's from the vape, and it definitely makes this specific flavor stand out to me. Absolutely awesome cloud production. There it is. The flavor, like I said, the flavor definitely pops. any one of these flavors would definitely work as an all-day vape. I would go as far as to say that, you know, as long as you sample it first to try to make sure you like the taste of it, you actually will probably be better off investing in a 30 ml bottle version of it instead of a 15, because it will make you want to keep basically doing it. These flavors definitely have that hang in your mouth, so that as you're vaping it, you definitely want to keep that flavor going. So it's not a normal situation where you might have a flavor that you're really used to or not as into, and you just kind of sit here all day going, call it good, and have one or two hits off of it, and you know, if you go back to it right away, great. If you don't, it's not gonna change anything. These are ones where, at least when I vaped them, like it wasn't just a simple little take a short little puff here or puff there. This mainly was every time you vape on it, it's a nice clouds. But that's how I've been vaping on them. Very enjoyable, very solid line. Flavors are pretty much all on point, as I said, with a little different on the Sandra D. And again, like I said, it was not a bad vape in itself. It just the flavors in it just did not pop like the other ones did. But again, you know, when you're making multiple flavors and you're trying to put out the best quality product, all USA made, that you possibly can, to provide vapors with as good of a juice as possible. You know, obviously everybody's vying for a spot. Everybody's vying to be that go-to juice. And when, even if you don't know your mood, you don't know what type of flavor you're in the mood for, I can definitely understand why people would still vape on this, even if they don't know what flavor they're wanting to vape that day. While all the flavors are very, very strong, so to ensure that you do taste it while you're vaping it, none of them are strong enough that it's a slam in your face turn off, so to speak. As far as what I'm trying to say is, as long as you're absolutely not in the mood for a nectarine taste, the Frenchy will definitely work as a vape to where you just vape, which all of these flavors do work for. If you're looking to just vape to vape, you know, there are some days where you want a specific flavor. There are some days when you want a specific taste, you want a specific cloud kick to it. This is one of those ones that kind of covers all of that, which makes it a really cool universal style line. Flavor is definitely there, cloud production is definitely there, but it's something that you could still enjoy without having to specifically be in the mood for that taste, because they're all subtle enough that they give you that enjoyment, but it's still enough of a flavor that you know you're vaping on something. But definitely, no matter which you go with, MissDemeanor Elixirs, bad girls have never been so good. These are actually really, really good. MissDemeanor Elixirs on Facebook and Instagram, wholesale missdemeanorelixir@gmail.com. Definitely check them out. Definitely give them a follow, a like. If your shop does carry them, definitely try them out. If their shop doesn't carry them, definitely suggest them to give it a shot. It definitely is a line that will not sit on the shelves collecting dust. Again, Chris with Token Vaping, MissDemeanor Elixirs, thank you again for the opportunity to do this. Tokenvaping@gmail.com, Facebook, Instagram. Guys, thank you very much for the likes and follows. I hope my videos are at least enough to give you an idea of what these are going to do for you, or taste like, or sample for. At least enough to give you an idea of which way you want to go, or what you want to try. If there's any particular line out there that you want to see done, a device, company, anything like that, please hit me on the comments, emails. I'll definitely reach out to whoever I can, see what I can do. Definitely try to provide as much of a review or information for the vaping world that I can. Until then, guys, vape on, vape strong.